old days. The 10th of August, 2000 I came to Hong Kong with my parents in 1948. At first, we lived in Kowloon, near Kai Tak Airport. The old airport was much smaller than the one we have now at Chep Lap Kok. The runway went across the main road. Every time a plane landed or took off, all the cars had to stop. At night, my bed shook every time a plane flew over. A few years later, we moved to a tiny wooden hut in Shep Kip Mei. We had to go outside to use the toilet because there wasn't a toilet inside. The hut had a metal roof. One night, there was a huge typhoon, and the wind blew our roof away. It was terrible. There weren't any supermarkets at that time, but there was a small market nearby. Everybody bought their food there. There wasn't any air conditioning in our hut, of course. In summer, I always played outside with my friends because it was too hot inside. We played marbles and stone, paper, scissors. Life was difficult then, but we were happy. Childhood memories. My mother's radio.
We had the same radio when I was a child.
Everybody had this kind of radio. My parents listened to the news. I enjoyed listening to music, stories, and radio plays.
I use my mobile phone to listen to music. Were there any mobile phones when you were young, Grandpa?
No, there weren't.
Why didn't your parents watch the news on TV?
We didn't get a TV until 1968. It was very expensive to buy one.
How awful! You couldn't watch cartoons then.
Childhood memories. My favourite game, stone, paper, scissors.
You're playing stone, paper, scissors? I play that with my friends too.
I'm surprised. I thought you only played electronic games.
Did anybody in your class play electronic games when you were a kid?
Nobody played electronic games then because there weren't any.
You can play with mine. It's fun.
Thank you. Are you free on Sunday? Can you visit me then?
No, sorry. We're going to Ocean Park. Would you like to join us?
I'd love to. I can take my new digital camera.
That's great. Then you can put some new photos on your blog.
Back to the old days.
Hi, my name is Paul and I'm 12 years old. This is my wonderful family. And that's me wearing the cool red cap. My grandma always talks about her childhood and her life in old Hong Kong. It sounds so interesting and different. Today is a special day. It's my grandma's 75th birthday, and I have a big surprise for her. Grandma, look what I've built. This is a time machine, and today I'm taking you back to 1945.
Wow, this is fantastic, Paul. I never thought I would see old Hong Kong again.
I'm excited too. Are you ready, Grandma?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1...
Grandma, welcome to Old Hong Kong. It's 1945 and it looks so different. Hey, where's my favourite shopping centre?
There weren't any shopping centres in 1945. Everybody bought
didn't
things
know
in
there were
small
trams
shops
back then.
along the road. Yes, there were trams on Hong Kong Island. They've been around since 1904. But there weren't any MTR trains in Hong Kong back then. We used to travel to Kowloon by ferry. Let's hop on the Star Ferry, Paul.
There were ferries in Hong Kong when you were young.
Of course there were ferries when I was young. The Star Ferry started in 1888. It's more than 120 years old. Paul, let's take the bus to the New Territories. Let me show you the village where I grew up. This was our house. Let's take a look inside.
Grandma, is this the kitchen? Where's the microwave?
Nobody in our village had a microwave in 1945. We collected firewood and used it to cook.
That wasn't easy. Did anybody in the village have a fridge when you were young?
Nobody in our village had a fridge when I was young. We bought fresh food at the wet market every day.
That's interesting. Where was the washing machine?
There wasn't a washing machine in our house. We washed and dried our clothes outside. We used a washboard to wash our clothes. It was really hard work.
Grandma, is this the living room? It's quite hot in here. Whew. Can I turn on the air conditioner?
There weren't any air conditioners in our village when I was a child. Some people had electric fans.
Grandma, can we sit on the couch and watch TV?
Nobody watched TV when I was young. There weren't any TVs in 1945. But we did have a great radio. We enjoyed listening to radio plays and music.
I enjoy listening to music on my mobile phone. Grandma, did anybody have a tablet computer when you were a child? They are so fun!
Nobody in the world had a tablet computer in 1945. We used to read comics in the street and play marbles.
I can't imagine life without my tablet computer. How awful!
Paul, let's go to Shep Kip May. There's another place I want you to see. But we need to travel to 1955.
No problem. Let's jump in the time machine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Shep Kip May Estate. It was the first housing estate in Hong Kong. We moved here in 1955.
Was there a playground nearby?
No, we used to play together in the corridors. And everybody loved playing hopscotch on the pavement.
Grandma, you lived here with your parents?
Yes, it was me and my parents, and my 2 sisters and my grandparents. We all lived here together.
That's terrible! 7 people in such a small flat.
Yes, it was very crowded in here, but we all got along well.
Did you have a toilet in your flat?
No, there weren't any toilets in the flats. There were shared toilets on each floor.
Is that a TV in the corner?
Yes, it was a black and white TV. We didn't get it until 1968. They were very expensive.
What's that noise? Ah! Why is that plane flying so low? It's going to crash!
Don't worry, Paul. There was an airport nearby in 1955. Kai Tak Airport was in Kowloon.
Oh, that was scary. Grandma, where are all the tall buildings?
There weren't any tall buildings when I was young. OK, it's time for our last stop, Lantau.
Grandma, where's the Nongping cable car?
There weren't any cable cars on Lantau in 1955.
Oh no! I can't see Disneyland either. How awful!
There wasn't a theme park on Lantau when I was young. Many things were different back then. I really miss my childhood in old Hong Kong, just like how you miss your life in modern Hong Kong too.
Thanks for the tour, Grandma, but I think it's time to head back home.
Thank you for an amazing birthday present, Paul.